Hi everybody, this is Joyce Fernandez. I am home. I'm in an upstairs bedroom that was used during COVID lockdown for my classes, so here I am again. I've missed all week of classes with everybody, and it does not look like I'm going to be able to go back next week either. So I will not be seeing any of you until after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to tell you my story a little bit because I think we can learn from it. And also, you might be wondering, like, why did my teacher not show up? Like, what the heck is happening here? Well, I think it's called RSV. It's an upper respiratory infection that I didn't even know I had until I was brought to the emergency room on Wednesday by ambulance from the Fall River campus. And when the doctor ever said, "You have RSV," I couldn't even hear his words. I have taken COVID very seriously and the flu. I get tested for the flu and COVID every week. And the COVID, I do home tests as well as lab tests. So I was pretty confident I didn't have either of those infectious diseases, but RSV never even occurred to me. And the emergency room doctor was very calm about it. He said it's like the cold. In adults, it can hit them a little harder when they're over the age of 60 like you. So you really have to rest. And that's what I'm trying to do. I find right now, this is Sunday, November 20th, that I am still a little loopy, like dizzy-like. I get a cough every so often. I am blowing out, but it's coming out clear, so that's good, right? It's upper respiratory. I've had those years ago, but I have not had a cold for so long. I did not recognize the symptoms. Last weekend at this time, I started coughing and feeling chest compression, and I thought, oh my goodness, don't tell me I have COVID. So I right away got the lab test, right away did my home test every day. Everything came out negative. But I was tired. I was really tired. Monday morning came. I have a class on Monday, my 11 o'clock class on Monday that I only see every other week. So I was really looking forward to seeing them. And I was dead. I said, I don't have the energy to drive the car to go. So that class got canceled. Tuesday, same thing. Thought I could rally and get my energy together. There was no rallying. And so Tuesday, in my class in Taunton, was canceled as well. But so all Tuesday I slept. I didn't do anything but drink water and just stay still. But I still did not understand what I had. Wednesday morning comes and I said, this is ridiculous. I'm not a teacher that stays home. I'm going to put my mask on. I'm not going to infect anybody, and I am going to class. So Wednesday morning, I'm walking from H building to C building, going for my 11 o'clock class, and they're all waiting for me, and I start to get a dizzy spell. Oh my goodness. My good friend and colleague Karen Parker, who works on campus, saw me in H building actually, and she said, where are you going? And I said, I'm going to class. She said, you don't look too good. I'm going to walk with you. I was insisting I was fine. I was all set with my notebook, all my students' names, and I knew who was going to be speaking that day, and I was so looking forward to seeing everyone, having missed seeing students for 2 days. And you students are what brings joy and light to my life, so I was saying I will feel better once I see those students. Well, anyway, Karen comes and she says, I'll walk with you. And as I said, I was giving her a hard time. And then I'm sending her to walk, and the whole campus is spinning like I was drunk or something. And I started hanging on her. And I'm 5'4", she's like 5 feet. I could have crippled this girl. I mean, with all my life, I was hanging on, and she got me not to the classroom. She brought me to Campus Police in Fall River. They immediately came with their paramedic team. It was excellent. They were right there on the spot, quick action. Started taking my blood pressure and said, you have the lowest blood pressure. What's going on? And they talked me into going to the hospital. And they always say, you're an older woman, whether you want to think that way or not, you have to go. So the rest is history. I went, and 6 hours later in the emergency room, Karen ran to class, right, in C111 and told the students she's not coming. I have no idea what my dear students were thinking or how it made them feel, but that's what happened. And then, like I said, when the doctor said RSV, I said, oh no, I don't have that. He said, yes, you do. And you probably had it for the whole week and didn't even know it. So that's why I'm telling you my story. It was upper respiratory. It was really thick, and it was, I was just so tired, right? And I looked up online the symptoms from adults, and that's exactly it. It's dangerous in some adults who are even older than I am and for young children. So it is something to be cautious about in the Thanksgiving holiday season and going into Christmas. And then Thursday comes. All right, I know I can't come. I have to, like writing to my students, I have a 4 o'clock class on Thursdays, and we were all looking forward to seeing each other. It was our last Thursday before Thanksgiving, and there were certain students who were waiting for it to come and do their speech. So I think it was going to be a fun class, like all our 4 o'clock classes are, and that didn't happen. But the 11 o'clock class, now that's my class that goes into the broadcast studio, the television studio, to do one semester assignment. They do like a mock interview, and that did not happen, and that had been scheduled and planned out for like the whole semester. So the students are going to meet on Thursday with their guest in the TV studio without me, and that's what happened. Keith Thibault, who's the director of television services, and Michelle Dumas, who's his partner, handled the whole thing. They said, Joyce, you're sick, you have to stay home. I said, I know. Not only do I have to stay home because I'm sick, but I have to stay home because I'm contagious. So it was a weird feeling, let me tell you. It was like planning your daughter's wedding and not being able to go. So, from my Monday class not seeing those precious, precious students, to Tuesday not seeing them, to Wednesday having them wait for me and not seeing them, canceling Thursday's broadcast interview with me, but they did it, and they did awesome. And then my 4 o'clock class on Thursdays, which is one of my, I smile a lot in that class. It just all fell apart. And, I don't want to over-dramatize this because I know people have had it far worse. People have had COVID repeatedly. They've had this probably and have been far worse on a respirator. I was going to call this conversation with you a fireside chat, but I don't have a fire next to me, but I have a vaporizer next to me. Does that count? So it has a little bit of an atmosphere here as I constantly trying to breathe. But be careful. That's what I'm trying to say. So I will write to eat. I'm going to send this video out to all my students as an explanation, because I know some students have written to me and saying, are you okay? And what's happening to you, Miss Fernandez? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Life is happening. Humanity is happening. I'm no different than anybody else. I can get diseases, but this just really blindsided me. It really did. Having said that, I have been teaching face-to-face since January, and this is the first time I've been sick, but I just didn't have a plan. What would happen if I got sick? I think next semester I'll have to have a different plan because that's not fair to the students. Like, what happens if the teacher goes down? That really makes it awkward. Fortunately, we're past our 10th week, and that's great because anything past the 10th week, we've done the bulk of our coursework, a bulk of our discussion boards, bulk of our journals, bulk of our speeches, so that's good. But each class, I will tailor it to fit the remaining weeks. I know I'm going to put the final exam up for everybody sooner than I was planning on, because some of you might want to get on with this class, and I don't want to stand in your way. So this will not affect your grade. I feel badly we didn't get to have time that we were expecting to have together, but being a realist, I realized that don't be sad because it's over. Be glad that it's happened at all. And our classes aren't over yet, but we will have, it'll be curtailed, it'll be shortened up, and we'll get on to the final exam sooner than I anticipated. The college doesn't want me walking on campus that much. They fear that I am, it's not even past I get this part, but they see me as an older person. I'm thinking of retiring at the end of this semester, if not the end of next semester, and that's something I was thinking of anyway. But this has really made it clear to me that you deserve younger teachers and not someone that's closer to 70 than I am to 60. So I wish you all well. Thank you for listening to my story. I'm okay, but I'm sleepy a lot, and I have a hard time paying attention to things. I go in and out of lack of focus, so I'm home on Sunday alone. No one is with me. No one can be with me, right? My boyfriend had to stay away. My grandchildren have to stay away, and I miss seeing you all so much, but I'm glad I got to chat with you right now. I hope your family as well. But as I said some minutes ago, be careful around the Thanksgiving holiday and then going into Christmas. If you even hear yourself coughing or sneezing, pay attention. It may be nothing, but it could be this RSV. Hopefully it's nothing worse. I will get past this. It's just taken time. It's viral. So there's no drugs or no antibiotic or anything. You just have to let it float through your system. I'm not a patient person, but I am also excited about seeing you after Thanksgiving with a healthier everything. I'm just surprised I didn't cough once. I can feel myself lightheaded though, and I think I'm a little loopier than usual. I see above me is the calendar for 2023. I was getting ready for spring 2023, and I have the dates sketched out, like when we're starting school, when we're ending school. My whole life has been teaching, so this is an odd time for me to say it's going to stop, but I definitely believe that you have to know when to say when, and that when a window shuts and a door opens, or when a door shuts and a window opens, I like flying through a window. All right, Joyce Fernandez signing off. Hope everyone is well. I'm sending this out today on Sunday to all the classes so you can get an update. And for the students in my Tuesday class and Wednesday class for next week, I will not be there right before Thanksgiving. It's too risky for me to be there, so that's the reason. And I will adjust every one of our classes to fit the less time we have. And I will, every class will be a little different, how much more class time we have and what's reasonable for assignments. Some classes will not get the last assignment, some will. So don't think yet what's going to happen to you. Every class is different. All right, I think I've said more than enough. You obviously, I miss you. I wouldn't be talking like this to myself right now, but not really. I'm talking to you. Thank you for listening, everyone, and be well. Take care of each other.